good luck.
Thank you. Hi all, welcome to my Ignite talk about how to create and maintain happy DevOps teams. And hopefully I don't talk too much because I only have 15 seconds per slide. So let's go on. Well, my colleague Veronica just introduced Cloud Legends. So Cloud Legends is specialized in cloud and DevOps services. And we have offices in Weert, Eindhoven, and Amsterdam. And today I want to share some tips and best practices which I've gathered for the last decade working in DevOps teams. And my goal is that you pick at least one tip and introduce it within your team next Monday. And tip number one is introduce the concepts of guild or knowledge groups in your organization. And important is that you organize guild meetings on a regular basis and that every voice is heard. So in the Karate Kid movie, Mr. Miyagi makes Daniel polish his cars to learn the basics of karate. And this principle can be applied to learning new tools or frameworks as well. So I would say never skip the basics. And getting a certificate is good for bragging at a party, but the certificate itself doesn't say that much, does it? However, it's a perfect way to learn a new skill in a structured way. And when finding projects for your team, it's fundamental that you focus on getting projects that are interesting and challenging, but not overwhelming. So choose projects that just feels right for your team. And do retrospectives consistent and never skip them. You are creating a psychological safe working culture by doing good retrospectives. And you could highlight the positives as well. And everyone is in for a good joke during a meeting. It gets even the most serious topics into perspective. And if you don't have anything to add or to offer in a meeting, those jokes might save you. And keep the meetings interactive as well. So we start every meeting with an interesting live question, like shown on the cubes. And this gives connection and generates a really positive vibe. And giving kudos to colleagues is the perfect way to make the invisible visible. Compared to, let's say, a shiny front end, infrastructures are usually invisible or less visible. So let everyone know that your team contributes to a better good. And sometimes you should just use a tool because it's fun or cool to work with. And that also keeps your team satisfied. Adopt SRE and culture and learn from the incidents in a blameless way. Look to outages as planned investments or unplanned investments. To get the most out of them, you could learn from them. Yes, always use infrastructure as code for demo environments, for proof of concepts, always. And don't forget, every server where you've logged on must be treated as compromised or lost. And when an incident happens for the second time, then it's time to fix it, right? Forever. And reserve time to fix it and do it together with your development team and also learn from the mistakes. And yeah, Susanne Daniels already mentioned it in a previous presentation today, so I don't have too much to add, but yeah, our brains are just not built to context switching. So, and it usually does not contribute to a good mood either. So just get rid of it. Oh, this is about pair programming. No, yeah, it's a misconception that pair programming costs more time and is less efficient. Well, it actually is efficient, and it's simple, fun, and a perfect way to share knowledge. The FLOC stands for first line of contact. Make it a steering role into your team. The FLOC is scheduled free to pick up unplanned work, and in this way the rest of the team can work with focus on their tasks without any interruption. Well, there are a lot of productivity tools, systems. Doesn't really matter which one you use. as far as colleagues can rely on each other, right? So effective personal productivity tools are maybe even more important. So that was my Ignite talk of today. If you have any questions related to the tips I share in this presentation, please come to the stand. And if I'm in a good mood, maybe you can get a coffee mug from me.